Right, so this week a few people have been inquiring about a machinery tour. Now, a machinery tour for me is a little bit different because, for you guys that don't know, I'm actually self-employed, which means I work for myself. So, working on different places, I work with a lot of different machinery. On top of that though, I also have my own gear. I need a torch for in the shed and I can't remember where I left it. So that's what, certainly this week's video, and I'm hoping to do a few more as well on a few other different places. So, might even be a month of it if I can get away with it. So, anyway, as is always the case, don't forget, if you do enjoy this video, to give it a grubby thumbs up. Don't forget to go down below and check the link to look at our shop with all our merchandise. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give that little bell a ring. So, machinery wise, start with the first bit of kit. It will get better as it works through. This is my 3-leg subsoiler. There's a bit of a story behind this. I originally thought I bought a good 3-leg Simba. Turns out this isn't a Simba. I can't remember what make it is. It's the company went out of business many years ago. But as you can see, it's only got mounting for one leg. It should have 2 legs here. As I say, I bought this out of a auction, dispersal sale. Thought it was a bit better than it was. This is the reason it's still in this state. This will be hopefully this year's project. Whether I build it up to sell it on or part X against something more useful, I don't quite know yet. But yeah, the trouble with it was the 2 legs that are supposed to be here at the back, the mounting brackets for it have got bent, so it needs a bit of engineering. But anyway, that's my subsoiler. Got over here my car trailer. That's another thing I don't know whether to keep hold of or get rid of it. It's a handy sort of trailer, but it has got a wheel bearing gone, and I've got access to better trailers. Makes you wonder whether it's worth keeping. So there, car trailer. Then we've got my conventional bale sledge down here. This actually come out of my mum and dad's charming farm sale. Paid 30 quid for it, believe it or not, and it was in very good order. Unfortunately, when I was moving yard, I put it somewhere safe. Somebody accidentally, unwittingly put something on top of it, and it's got a bend. It's got a few bends in it, so that's kind of another bit. I don't know what to do with it. So yeah, there's some of my gear. Something else that isn't actually up here at the moment, but looks something like this. Roller's working. But yeah, I suppose I better crack on and get the job done. Bit concerned about all this building up here. It's probably just me being me. But yeah, I mean, roller's obviously turning. It's not bulldozing it. That is my 2.8 metre, or 9 foot if you want to put it that way. Flail topper, Twyman flail topper. That was actually bought specifically for a job. The story behind that is a friend of mine and customer, he rung me about, he was going to hire a tractor and a flail topper to start tidying up his fields. It was going to be a regular thing, so I suggested about me buying one and doing it for him, and that's the way that came to be. Right, so this is my International McCormick B47 conventional baler. This has been, well, I've been using this for a long time. This was originally bought by my parents back in sort of late 90s to start baling, because conventional balers obviously by then were going quite out of fashion. It was difficult to get a contractor in to do it. So they bought their own along with a PZ 2-drum mower and a Vicon Acrobat, and we started making our own hay. A few years after that, mum and dad went into round bales and bought a wrapper as well, upscaled all the silage gear, and basically it was too good a baler to get rid of. It still had its purpose, so they kept hold of it. It's always been barn stored, and when my mum and dad packed up, I took it on. As you can see, it's parked up now out for the winter. It's all been oiled and greased and serviced, ready for next year. Last year, I think we got 900 bales through it last year, and relatively trouble free. So that's that. I say, good handy baler. Move back a bit more now. Onto the little International, my little International 584, which it kind of sits kind of all round here. This is my project. This tractor, this year, I want to get it mechanically sound to sit on the little International baler. It'll do it some good, and it'll be a good tractor to go on it. Just nice little handy size. This tractor originally, I think I'm right in saying, was bought new by my granddad when he packed in farming. When he had his sale, he was taking this one for a few little jobs round the place they were, and then when they packed in all together and moved to a bungalow, this actually become, well, it was my mum and dad's only tractor when they started farming in their own right. It wasn't considerably better nick back then. Say that'd be mid 90s. It come into mum and dad's ownership, and obviously as time went on, mum and dad invested in better, newer tractors, and this went down the line until eventually it became the scraper tractor. And yeah, with it, the sort of standard toll taken on it, she's actually, can't think of the age, but she's old W reg. But yeah, say she will be sorted out hopefully this year. I say, inside the cab, it's been used for a bit of storage. Could do with a new seat. 2 spools in her. What should be about 65 horsepower, I think she is. She will become a good little tractor again with a bit of TLC. The engine on is actually real sweet. The list of things not so good. Front wheel bearings, probably track rods. The kingpins want on some work. Basically, the front axle needs a full overhaul. There's no brakes. The gearbox I think is pretty good, but there's a bit of slop in it, which means she's quite good at falling out of gear. Tyres are probably getting a bit tired. I do have the windscreen for it, but wants a new rubber. Needs a new window in the side and in the back. And definitely needs a clutch. Definitely needs a clutch. Right, so we're going to finish this video up with the star of the show, the Ford 8830, otherwise known as the Smurf. She is a 1991 model. She actually dynoed 187 on the horsepower on the shaft. I've had her now for a little over 5 years. It's 10,000 hours on the clock now, so yeah, she's done a bit. Tyres, when I bought her, she was originally running 480s on the front, 20.8 on the rears. Tyres weren't overly good, so she sits now on brand new BKTs, 540s at the front, 650s on the rear. She's a 6-cylinder tractor, this 6-cylinder turbo with an intercooler, legendary Super Q cab. It's another one, goes back to my granddad, really. I'd seen the tractor was a little short on what I needed to buy her. My granddad's helped me with a loan to help me buy her, so there's a lot of sentimental value with this tractor. And also, of course, this was my first tractor, which I know I'm very lucky for my first tractor to be such a legendary girl. See if I can find the keys and have a look in the cab. Right, so it's in the cab of it. As you can see, she's keep it pretty clean and tidy in the cab as well. If you are interested in seeing more about this tractor and what I've done to her since I've owned her, if you click on the channel and go into the playlist, there's a few videos on there. Working on the Ford 8830 is the title of the playlist, and it goes through like when I did a winter project and had a bit of a cosmetic tidy up with her and a few little jobs that needed doing. She is in need of work at the moment. You might be aware of this, been following the channel for a while. She has a problem with the light coming up on the dash to do with low oil pressure on the low pressure side of the hydraulics. We're hoping it's down to the low pressure pump in the back of the gearbox gone weak, which hopefully next month she should be going in and having that done. So yeah, but I mean that's my little slice of machinery. The tractor there in front, that Renault, that's not mine, that's my mate's rent the shed off. There's a bit of space in here, so it keeps her in here and keeps her safe. But yeah, that's kind of my machinery. He's still got a lovely shine on the bonnet. Yeah, she did have a bit of a clean up and tidy up when she come back up here to be parked up for the winter. So I do like to try and just keep the gear sort of, when we're over winter, and get her indoors, get them all cleaned off and oiled up and looked after. So yeah, that's a quick tour around my gear. I say, like I said, I hope you have actually enjoyed this video. A few people have asked about it, so I thought I'd show you around. So hopefully next week's video will be another machinery tour. We're in discussions over it. So like I said, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a grubby thumbs up. If you enjoyed the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and definitely go have a look down our shop down there. So that's it, bit of a quick video, a bit of a random one, but yeah, now you're eating, kids. So anyway, I'm going weird and random, as is usually the case. Oh yeah, last bit is the gear is a pickup. Before pickup, I love this thing. It needs a bit of a clean out. So yeah, turn that off because you don't need that now. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll just see you next week.